Hello everyone, welcome to the Linux lab, and today this is our 8th lab. In this 8th lab, we plan to do the practice together in the new topic. And the new topic is awk filter. I try to use it today. The name is the awk filter. So we will use this awk filter today. So first of all, you see the name is awk. This is actually the text processing uh, tool, or you can see this is a command as well, but it is itself a programming language. Okay, but it is a very nice tool, or you can say the huge command as well. So now can you see these are, I put it here, some name here you can see, which you can, these are the name of the developer who basically created this tool. Based on this actually name, the name is given awk. So alpha here, basically you can put the last name here. So example, Peter J. Van Berger here. So W from there, okay? And filter awk K from here. So this is the first character. Okay, so you can see these are the makers of this command. And if you want to learn about awk, you can put it man and go in the awk. The moment right now we have a awk here. So basically it is a pattern scanning and processing language. Okay, which basically support the POSIX and GNU style options as well. That's why it is a awk. Okay, but traditionally it was awk here. So we can try to do the practice on awk here. Okay, we try to learn it, and it is very nice command and processing tool, text processing tool, I should say. And it also has a lot of language construct, example, loop, cycles, if statement, break, and some functions also you can use in the awk. So let's try to see what we can do here. Example, I have, I suppose, this file here. So suppose you have this input file, okay, and you know how to create a file. Please go to my last some videos. We created such a file easily, and you can put very easily the records of the student. Suppose this is a student name, age, gender, marks. Okay, suppose this is a header, and you can see the this is a separator. Name, there is a comma. After age, comma. Can you see this is a separator? So it is not a space limited, or not a, how to say, tab. So only the, this is the example for the comma separated file, so like a CSV file in a Windows. So there are some students, the age and the gender and the marks, something like that. So here how many records we have? 4 records. But in the real life you will have a 100 of records. How we can make a processing, text processing in the Linux operating system? So first of all, try to use it. So you see here, I can use directly here, and I can use this vertical bar. This is a pipe here. So this is a pipe. Okay, so after pipe, you know, we can use the awk command very easily. So first of all, example, give the command awk. Okay, and after then what you can do, you have to give the this single quotes, and in between you can write this bracket. Okay, now you will see, give the command, further command is a print command you can give. Okay, now you will see here, it will give the same value. Okay, so cat command will print the file value. If you want to use a awk command, you can use the awk command like this as well. No need to use here. You can also give the example file. It also works. So if you want to print any file, the full records, lines or columns, please go for it. Okay, so this is very easy. So what is the idea? Idea is to how to print all the content of the file or row. So use this syntax. This is short syntax. If you want to use with the pipe, you can use this. Okay, so you have a 2 option. Okay, so now we can print the file data very easily. Okay, now I want to print the line number. Okay, so example, row number. So what I can do here, so we have a some inbuilt variable in the awk. So what we can do here, I can print the value of that variable. What is NR? NR mean to say number of records. For example, current line number across all the input files. Okay, input file here. Let's see. Can you see right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will show how many lines there. 1, 2, 3. So you can also count a 5 line in the file. Okay, this is the NR variable. NR variable mean to say number of records or row up to you, whatever you can see. Similarly, there is a one more NF, number of field, number of column. Okay, so can you see here? One. First, please have a look here. How many columns here? Only one here. So one, one, one. So each line has a one column here, right? So suppose this is suppose first line here. We have a first column here. So NF mean to say number of field in the current record or current line. Okay, so it will show you. But in this example, what we have, we have a one important separator, that is the comma. Okay, so here we can use a one more variable here. What is the variable here? That is the fs variable. You can use it. What is the variable fs? Okay, so I show you nr, number of record, nf, number of field or column. Fs is a field separator. Okay, so you can use a field separator, but you have to give the value here. What value you can give? Because in your input file, comma is the separator. So if you want to give it, now it will count a good value for you. Can you see how many column it is counted? 4. It is true. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because it is true, if you have a simple file, it is good. It can count it. But practically we have a commas. That's why you should use this operator as well. Now it is a perfect syntax to count the number of column in the each line. So suppose this line, how many column? This. Okay, so try to understand. So you can easily use these inbuilt variables in the awk very easily. Okay, so you got it, nr, nf, and fs. So these three are important, and there are more there. Okay, so please try to use how to use that. Okay, now I show you we can use a fs, but if you don't want to use a fs variable, we have a, with the awk we can use a f switch as well. So here we can write a f switch. F again is the field separator, but just like the option here. So here you can write here, you can separate by the comma here. It is also good here. Okay, so guys, you have two options. You can use a simple f option, or maybe you can use a variable itself. So this is a variable and this is an option. Okay, but professional way is this. Okay, always use the option. This is the recommendation, but you can also try fs equal comma. That is also variable, you can try it. Okay, but with the professional way I told you, use this f option. So it works in any, almost the cases it works. Okay, so please try to use it. So what happens, we are able to print the file and we are able to count the number of lines, row, number of columns very easily. Okay, so now what we can do here, let's try to see example. You want to print the first column. So first column, how you can print? First of all, you should know how we can print it. This is our input file. So suppose, what is the task? So suppose you want to print the first column. So in the first column name, this one. Okay, this is first column. So how to print that? Okay, so this is our task, how we can do that. So first of all, what we can do, you can print the file very easily here. Okay, and now you will change it here. Give the column position, column positions here. So how we can give the column positions here? So here, if you see, I can use the same. I will not use NFA right now. So there is a one more variable I'm telling you, which is the inbuilt variable like FS or other. So it works. So we will use it. Example $1. Okay, so $1 will give you the first column. Okay, so if you will use a $0, it will give you the whole line itself. That means the whole file can be printed. But this will give you the first column here, right? This is the first field actually, right? Name. So it is okay. Okay, now example, you want to put it 2. So which column is coming out in front of you? Age column you can print very easily. Okay, so guys, this is the way. Now what we can do, we can swap the values. Suppose previously what I did, I print first column, and then what I can do here, dollar $2. Okay, and can you see right now I can swap the column very easily. Okay, so I want to show you what is the real file. This was the real file. Okay, so my target is these two columns. In this example only, you can do anything. Okay, so I can just change the position here, and you can put a again and constant string in between there. Example here, space, put it here. Now it will be good for you. I hope you get it. So I can use the age first, then name later on. Okay, you can change the value, swap it, try to use it and see the result. Okay, so if you want to see just like a handling the database queries very easily with the help of a AWK filter. So this is a very important filter. You can do it. So it was guys swapping the column with the help of AWK. Okay, now try to skip the header and print rest of the all columns or values. So in that case, what we can do here, so idea is to be use the again the variables here. So how we can do that? So first of all, try to use awk again, and then in awk what you can use here, this syntax, single quote, use only single quote, and give the number of row. Okay, because last time we print the number of row, but now if the number of row is greater than how many, example 1, then what will be there? So you can print, very easily the rest of the values. Header will be removed. Can you see? I want to show you the header first, because you can see the header like this. So guys, this is the header. Can you see right now? Awk. So I want to remove this header, and with this command I can remove it. Can you see right now? This one. Why? Because number of row, number of record, which I show you in the beginning, we can print the values because it was 1. This was 2, this was 3 and 4. If this is greater than 1, then I can separate it. So this is the idea to remove the header. Okay, so you can do it. Okay, now remove the header and print the gender here, example, this column. How we can do that? So first thing is, okay, NR is greater than 1, it is true, but here you can print whatever you want. Print. Okay, what you want to, please go, where is the column called field number? This is the first, second, third. So what is, where is the gender? Number 3. Okay, so now what will happen here? Only gender value will become out. Can you see right now? The boy and girls, whatever will be there will become out. So try to change it, example 4. So age value will become after removing the headers. Okay, so what has happened here? So you are skipping the header, and now you are printing the any value under that header very easily. Now what we can do, example, skip the header and print gender with the gender with header gender only. So here only, you can see this is the value. Please print the age or print the gender here very easily. You can also do that, which I show you in the beginning, you can do very easily. But how we can do here right now? So very first idea is to, I show you previously, you can do it here. So example here, which I show you, it was the first way which I show you, it was okay. But practically, because we were using the NR variable, so here I can use a trick here. Basically NR, if it is a greater than 0 here, then I can print, example, the column third here. Can you see it also works here? So by default, you can see it is okay. So you can also use a simple way, or you can also use the any variable, up to your choice how to use that. Okay, guys, so I hope you can get it. Okay, now try to do some more task example, how we can use some logical operators here. So try to print the name and marks of student whose marks are is greater than 20. So first of all, you see the file first. How we can see the file first? Here, we can print very easily. Now, what you want to do here, this is the file, and here the student who has a good marks, example, marks with is greater than 20. So these are the students who has a above 20 marks, or you can find a lower 20 marks or equal 20 marks. So how we can use that to solve this task? So first of all, you can print the file very easily, okay, with the cat command, and then after you will use the pipe, and then you can use the our awk filter. Okay, and here, so what is the idea? Idea is to use this nr variable is greater than 1. So that means if the number of records, the value of the number record is greater than 1, then what we can do here, you can use a this operator. You know what is this operator? That is called the AND operator. This is a logical AND. Okay, and then after you can see, because target is to the column 4, because this is the marks, this is the fourth column. Can you see this variable is greater than 1, and logical and you know what is the logical AND? If both conditions looks true, okay, it should be true, and then after it should be true. Okay, that means the marks, yes, it is also there, it is also available. Okay, so that means we are able to near the result. Okay, so if nr is greater than 1 plus and logical and the column 4 has value about, this is your condition, is greater than, less than, equal to. In this example, I'm going to take a is greater than. Okay, and then what we can do, then you can decide what you want to print. So what you want to print, you want to print the whole file, or maybe here 1, you can give the 1 here. That means it will give you the uh, first column here, you will see here. Okay, and then after, what we can do here, fs variable, it is also important to see, because in our input file has a separator. Which separator? I told you, the comma separator in this example, right? So now guys, what we can do here, I hope you can get it. So the idea is to be use this print the file, and under this file we want to print the students who has a marks about 20. Now you will see here, so we can use a number of record is greater than 1, and this is the operator here, logical and here. Okay, and this is the column here, which is the marks are greater than 20, and I can print the value very easily. Okay, now you can see the student who has a marks is greater than 20 will becomes in front of you, and you can change it. Example, maybe here equals here. Can you see is greater than or equal? It will give you that marks very easily. Okay, and if you want to put it a example lower than, there is no guy who has a lower than 20, but you can try with any other value here. So can you see right now? So who has a less than 25? This is a student who the name is this. So you can see it. So I hope you can get it. So idea is to be use the sum operators into the awk. How we can use the operator in the awk very easily. Now let's try to add a new field here in the file. So how we can print the file? I show you. Previously it was here. Now what we can do, we want to suppose add a one more column here. That is example status, remarks, or result, up to you. You want to add it here. So how we can add it the new column here? So it is very easy to use it here. So first of all, example, let's try to see. This is a good practice here. You can print it here, And then after, you can use a awk filter. And first of all, try to see print what you want to print. NR. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the number of a line. So here, what I want to do, NR equal 1. Okay, because I can select this column. That means the NR equal 1. That means I want to add on this location, whatever I wanted to do. So print NR. So here, this time I will use a $0 here. And you know what is the $0 mean to say the whole line here. Okay. And then after, what you want to add here. Okay. This is your choice here. So here you can put a space, or maybe because in our input file we have a comma. So that's why it makes sense to put it. And now what is the next status? You can print it here. Can you see status is coming over there? And also you can put it here. Yes, now it is good. Can you see this is the one column is successfully added. Okay. Can you see it was the previous file, and I tried to add successfully a new column, that is the status here after it. Okay, so now can you see right now? So idea is to be use this. So NR equal 1, that means number of record, because my target call line is this one. Okay, so here after this print 0 mean to say after the whole record I can add this just like a append operation. Try to understand. So you can add a new field very easily. Okay, so now let's try to do some other operation example. Add a pass example. If somebody's pass, if marks is above 30, else fail under, if he has a low marks under 30. So you can make a conditions. So suppose in this example, you can see if marks are above 30, you can make it pass here. Okay, and if marks are lower than 30, maybe he or she can be failed. So what we can do here, so first of all, you see, always try to print this value here. Okay, and this value you can very easily understand that which column, which line you want to work on here. So here you want to work, here you want to work, here where you want to work. Okay, so again here we will work on this column again here, this row here. Okay, so here what is the idea to use that here? So very easily we can use it. So first of all, what we can do here, uh, here awk here, first of all we will use a again the same concept here. This is the same concept which we will work on NR1. NR is equal to 1, and then what we can do, we can print 0. I think it is the same here. Okay, I think it is okay. And then after what we can do here, so here you can put it status. I think it is also okay. We can keep it as it is. And then after you can make it this semicolon here. And then semicolon, you can use a next here. So next basically will give you like a jump to the next statement here. So and after then what you can use here, here you can use very easily here a next block here. Okay, so now you will see you can go to the next block here. Okay, so now you can set here status, or the same value you can put it status. Okay, so now you can set a status value. Okay, so what is the status value equal to, you can set it here, and here you can put this bracket. In this bracket make expressions here. So now where is this marks, which position? Here are the marks. Okay, this is a $4. Okay, $4, this column we have a marks, and if this column has a marks is greater than or equal, because you can put your equations here. Example, if the marks under this column above or equal 30, then This is like a conditional operator. Then what you can do here, you can write pass. Let's write a short word. Okay, then it is a pass. Otherwise, they can be, you can print the fail. Okay, so now it will be okay. And then after you can give the again semicolon here. Okay, just like a break here, right? And then after what we can do, you can print. You have to print the whole record. Print $0. Okay, and then after you can status. You can write a status because you have to write it here, and then it is okay. Then you can use in the last because your file is the comma separator here. Now you can see, I hope it can come here very easily. Now try to see here what we had today. So this is our file, and I use the awk here. This is the row. This is the number for record one. That is the line first. And what I did here, I try to put it the status here. This is in the last column, and then I can use the next. And now I can start to set this variable value under this column. Okay, pass fail. So if $4, this is the fourth column, the value under this is greater than or equal to 30, and it can be pass. If it is lower than, it can be fail. And then you can print it very easily, and you can put it here, comma. So because here every line need to be put it here. That's why we have to use this one. So status value will be printed here. So example, what is the status value? Pass, pass, fail, fail here. Okay. So it is the way. Okay. So you can do such a practice very easily in the Linux operating system with the help of awk. Okay, so today, what we had in our lab practice, we did this task. So, so what we had, this is the basically awk here. First of all, we try to print out all the content of the file and rows. Then we try to go with the print line numbers and field numbers. You know, we have a $0, $1, NF, NR variables. Okay, then we try to you print out the first field. Then we try to swap the fields. We skip the header and print rest of the all values. Then we try to print use the some uh, operators, example logical, and we used it. We use marks is greater than 20, and we also added some more columns. Apart from it, I wanted to tell you, because we also use some variables. What we learned today, $0, that means the entire line or row. $1, 2, 3, these are the fields, again the variables. Okay, NR, this is also the number of records. NF is the number of fields, and FS is also field separator, which we discuss. If you want to use a -f, you can use, or you can use FS variables. Okay, guys. So guys, I hope you can learn good practice for today. And today we discuss the some important task related to the awk. I hope you can get it, and we will do some more practice. And till then, you have any question or query, please write in the comment section. And I will see you in my next lab. And thank you very much. See you next week in the next lab. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.